Hey guys, hope everybody's having an awesome day. I just got back from getting my ass kicked by a lot of my friends there at Jiu-Jitsu, which is always a fun experience. It really is. It's kind of funny because the last time I was doing posts about how much I hate Jiu-Jitsu, and the truth is at the time I did, I hated it. I fucking hated it. Um, I kickboxed for a lot of my life, and Jiu-Jitsu and the ground game was just a totally different. It was a totally different thing for me, and I loved to hate it. I knew that it was something that would be good for me. It was something that would be good for my athleticism. It would be something that was good for my mind, for my self confidence. But I hated it because I was terrible at it, and I'm still kind of terrible at it. But I'm getting better every day to the point where I've got, as I kind of spoke about, I've got my first tournament coming up in about 30 days, which I'm pretty excited for. Um, but I guess what I'm getting at is you got to challenge yourself. You got to do things that you hate, and those things that you hate will eventually become those things that you love. And I'm actually officially now at the point where I can say I love jujitsu, and I like rolling around with the guys. I'm improving quickly, and it's a really really cool way to spend some time with some really positive people who are just there to laugh and work hard and get better. There's no machismo in my jujitsu class. These guys are all like class acts. The majority of which are Costa Rican or Costa Rican expats who own businesses here, and just really good guys. No attitude, no, oh, I'm gonna mess you up. You know, we're laughing as we're rolling and we're choking each other out. Sometimes we kid around and we talk shit to each other, but it's a camaraderie, and I enjoy the friendship as much as I enjoy the actual jujitsu, which I actually do enjoy jujitsu. In order to get to places you've never been before, you got to do things you've never done, and cardio is cardio, so I prefer to find things that I'm interested in, find things that I enjoy. I wanted to just bring this up as a suggestion for you guys. This thing, this, as you all know, of course, is a skipping rope. And you can get this at Walmart or you can get this anywhere. Get yourself a nice one. But I've always said, especially coming from a little bit of a kickboxing background, that be wary of a guy who can skip. Be wary of a guy who can skip. And the reason for that is because skipping is really good, not only for cardio but for timing. It's good for building functionality. It's good for building endurance, and it's a good mental exercise. If you grab one of these, you may be terrible at skipping at first. If you want, let me know. I can send you a video on how to skip. And this thing will kick your ass and will get you in shape. And not only that, but you can actually eliminate your cardio workouts by skipping. You don't have to skip for like half an hour straight. I highly recommend that when you're just getting into it, maybe you skip for a minute, rest for 30 seconds, skip for a minute, rest for 30 seconds, and you do what's called high intensity interval training, right? Which is you're revving up your blood pressure, and you're revving up your heart rate, and then you're giving it a chance to rest. And this up and down is actually what builds your cardiovascular strength and your cardiovascular ability. These are like $10 at Walmart, and you can do your cardio at home. You can do it fasted in the morning. And that way, you know, when you go to actually do your workouts, you're in the gym for a little bit less time, and and you can get in, you can get out, and this is just kind of something you can squeeze in your life. Skipping is awesome. It's something that I still do a lot of as well, and it's one of the cardio things that I really enjoy. I just throw on some music and I go out and I slam away. So, big suggestion: if you live in a box, as long as your box is big enough to skip, then and we kind of live in a box. We have a beautiful place, but it's not big. Anyway, just a little suggestion for you. Go to Walmart, grab one of these bad boys, and if you're looking to cut down the time that you're spending at the gym, first thing in the morning when you wake up, it's a little bit weird to get used to, but if you actually get used to it, there are some serious benefits to fasted cardio. Um, so it's worth doing. Grab a skipping rope, and even if you want to start off small, maybe do half your cardio at home with skipping, for skip a minute, rest 30 seconds, or even honestly, skip a minute, rest a minute, whatever it takes. Because I think that skipping a minute, resting a minute is equivalent to, steady state cardio for 15 to 20 minutes. And not only that, but you're also increasing your cardiovascular breathing and your cardiovascular overall health. So, something you can do from home. Anyway, I digress. Moving on. Cindy did a really good video with the girls, and I've kind of done this video in the last few Savage and Sixes, but I just wanted to touch base on this really quickly. I know like social media is great, and I love social media, and I use it as a vehicle to attract clients and to kind of build our business and do what we do. But social media has a lot of fallacy associated with it, right? For example, I'm going to lay down some honesty here. I am not a quarter as interesting as my Instagram feed or my Facebook feed. Um, I, I'm really not. You know what I mean? People post a lot of images on social media, and fitness people, of course, as well, right? But it's really important that you realize that the images that people post are typically images of them at their best. And I mean, for example, I'm not gonna have a big salty meal and wake up super bloated the next day and be like, oh, and then I'm gonna, when I'm just woken up or when I've just eaten a big meal, take a snapshot of me. You know, I think that it's really important to use social media for motivation, but it can give you a pretty hard standard to try to live by, right? And ultimately, this whole fitness thing isn't about trying to look like the people on social media, because the people on social media are lying to you, and I'm guilty as well. I just want to be honest with you guys so you kind of understand this. I've done photo shoots, of course, before, right? You probably see some of those photos. And a lot of other people have too. And if you're looking at these covers, and you're looking at all these photos on Instagram, and you're thinking, man, I don't know if I could ever look like that. The truth of the matter is that nobody looks like that. Not more than for like an hour at a time. You know what I mean? If I'm posting an image on social media, I'm not going to choose an image that depicts me in a light where I don't look good, and neither is anybody else. Nobody else is. Nobody else is out there posting images of themselves, after they ate a big birthday cake and had 20 beers at a buddy's party, because it's not what you do, and it's not interesting. So when guys go to do when you see these fitness covers and when you see guys hop on the stage at Mr. Olympia, what you have to realize, and having done photo shoots, I know this, is that those guys are depleted beyond belief, and they're probably out of their mind, and they're in a very unhealthy state. Before you go to do a sodium, or before you go to do a typical photo shoot, you're doing a lot of different manipulations with your body. You're manipulating your water, you're manipulating your sodium levels, and you're drying yourself out prior to the actual photo shoot. You're slowly lowering your calories. There's a lot of manipulation going on, and I can tell you right now that to prepare for a photo shoot takes me months. It's not like tomorrow if Jimmy called me, he's like, "Hey Matt, do you want to come down and shoot?" I would turn around and say, "Yeah, I'm ready to go," because I'm not. Um, because a lot of those photo shoots, you train for 8 to 16 weeks just to get in shape, just to be able to take an hour of photos, right? You're carb depleted, and of course you carb up before these. Your water is manipulated, which means that you drink a large amount of water, you get your natural hormone levels used to that amount of water, and then you slowly taper it off. And you slowly taper off your carbs. You put a bunch of carbs into you when you're into a water depleted state. It sucks the water out of your muscles. Sorry, it sucks the water, subcutaneous water, out of your skin and puts them into your muscles. There's a lot of manipulation going on there. And people don't look like that. So you can't set your standards by what you see on TV. And I'm not saying anything's not unaccomplishable. As I kind of spoken about, you can get to levels that'll blow your own mind if you just have a little bit of faith in yourself. But if you judge yourself and your progress based on what you're seeing on social media and what you're seeing on bodybuilding stages, then you're doing yourself an injustice, because the images that you're seeing and the people that you're seeing are 16 weeks of preparation just to take an hour's worth of photos. And not only that, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy. And even for myself, if I go post an image on Instagram, it's not like, okay, sweetie, come over here and take this one picture. It doesn't work like that. Oftentimes, it's literally a video of me I'm telling you guys because it's important that you guys understand this. Me being kind of a douche, and I'm like, okay, and I'm flexing in different positions, and then there's like 2 minutes of video that I extract one photo from to post online. And that's not to say I'm not in good shape, and it's not to say that I don't live by what I preach. You know what I mean? I am in good shape. I work damn hard. My diet is bang on most of the time, but um, it's important that you're kind to yourself and that you don't allow images in magazines and images on social media to cloud your judgment and to cloud your own self-worth. So that's all I really want to say about that. It's really important, guys. You're going to get there. You can accomplish monumental things, but don't be looking at Phil Heath, Mr. Olympia, who's prepped for 20 odd weeks and done some really unhealthy things with his body to get to that state, because it's just not realistic. You gotta love yourself, man. You gotta give yourself a little bit of credit. So there's that. It's really important, guys. Um, I love social media. It powers our business, and yeah, I'm lucky enough to be able to use that as a vehicle to attract more clients. But it's just not real. It's a fallacy. So be kind to yourself. That's all I'm trying to say. Tomorrow is check-in day, and it's also cheat meal day. I'm pretty excited. Um, as I've kind of talked about before, success is an iceberg. Typically speaking, from Sunday and Monday, Sandy and I don't leave the house. We go grab a bunch of groceries, we prep, and we just literally we're on our laptops all freaking day, banging out responses and trying to catch up with this and trying to catch up with that, and then trying to deal with our online coaching clients. So I'm in for a hectic few days, but it's also the most rewarding part because I get to see the hard work that you guys are putting in, and it's cool when you're able to work with people and see them make some positive change in their life. And it's really, really rewarding. And this is coming from a guy who worked for oil companies for a long time. I worked in health and safety, and my main responsibility, to be honest with you, on paper, was to cover the ass of the oil companies. And having come from the trades myself, and having come from a hardworking background, um, I always had to play the two sides because I had compassion for the guys, and of course I had a really good relationship with the guys because I was relatable, because I had been there and I had done what they were doing. So they bought into a lot of the safety stuff, but I was always fighting against the oil companies, and trying to minimize the financial aspect while still taking care of the boys. So this is just something that I can do, and I'm blessed to do because I get to spend time with you guys, and I get to know you guys, and I get to see you guys kind of take the recipe. I don't do the work. You guys do the work, but take that recipe and use it and put it to good use and make some positive changes in your life. So halfway through, guys. Uh, if you had a bad week or whatever, I can't stress enough how important it is to check in with me, right? If you had a bad week, or if you're embarrassed or whatever it might be, don't hesitate. I need to know. Send me a check-in. We can fix things. You know what I mean? Life happens. People go through things. And if you don't give me something to measure, you don't give me a way to help you, I can't help you. So make sure you get your check-in to me. And please, guys, please, 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 earlier tomorrow is better. Just because we've got Senya. Senya's trying to avoid the camera, so she's crawling over our kitchen counter.
I'm gonna burn the curry.
Yeah, she's making some pumpkin curry.
Nice.
She's making some pumpkin curry for us.
It might be pumpkin.
Fingers doing better. Anyway, proud of what you guys are doing. Halfway. Let's kill it, guys. Give me your check-in. Keep posting videos. I'm actually going to do a draw as well tonight. I said I would do that. I'm going to do a draw for the winner of the bodybuilding prize, the band exercises. And tomorrow or Monday at the latest, I'm going to put together the next challenge for you guys. And I've also got another little prize that I want to give away right away too. So keep it up. Keep going, guys. We're all in this together. And eat your calabaza squash and have an awesome night. I'm going to talk to you guys super soon.